Hello everyone, this is the recording for IT336 Unit 2, the Unit 2 reading and discussion. Unit 2 reading is Chapter 5, Access Controls. The Unit 2 discussion is about users. What are some safe strategies to maintain good working relationships with users and yet keep the system safe? Initial post is due Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. The initial post must be at least 200 words. Do not forget at least one required APA reference within text citation. 2 replies are due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Do not forget at least one open-ended question in one of your replies. Unit 2 assignment is due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. You're to complete a 3 to 4 page report with APA cited references to support your work. Part 1. For the scenarios that follow, identify the data that would need to be protected. Recommend how you would implement one or more access controls for given scenarios. Justify your recommendations. There's a typo in Part 1. There's only 5 scenarios, so you see that all employees communicate using smartphones is supposed to be part of number 2. So what I want you to do is I want you to read the scenario and pick one thing that you would protect. You're going to find a lot of things that you need to protect, but it's going to get unmanageable if you go for all of them. So figure out one thing that you might want to protect. So in the first one, maybe you want to protect the customer information. So you would choose that, and then you would find support. And there's a couple of ways to do that. You could search by what data in a construction company needs protected, or you can look for an article on protecting construction data or on protecting customer information. All you need is something to support the data that you've chosen that needs to be protected. So you choose what you think needs to be protected and look up how to protect it. And it's very subjective, so you choose what you may think can be different from somebody else, and you're not going to be judged on whether you protected everything. Just protect one thing for each scenario. Now you're going to find that this whole assignment's on Course Hero or on Chegg. I don't want you copying from them. I want you to use your head and find articles that support what you think. So then in Part 2, you're going to select an access control model that best prevents unauthorized access for each of the 5 scenarios. And then what type of logical access controls should be used in each scenario. Justify your recommendations. So in this part, you need to decide on an access control model and a logical access control. The first thing comes from the first list that's shown, and the second comes from the second list, which should say logical access controls. All it says is access controls. Here again, you need to make a choice and look up support for it. You can use what's written in the book, just as long as you reference it properly. So let's go back to the first scenario. We chose customer information as the data to be protected. So now we need to find some kind of control model. Do we want discretionary access control? Then you would use that, and you would look that up and use that as your support. The next thing you do is find a logical access control that you think fits. Then if you pick an answer, you look it up to support it. Like I said, you can use the book. Again, I'm looking for what you think. If you have support, it'll be accepted. If you can't support it with an article, then it will be wrong. So you might want to write a paragraph answer for each scenario. What data needs to be protected, what access control model should be used, and what logical access control should be used. I have a typo there myself. Okay, whatever information you find in the found to back up your claims would go in the reference section, and in-text citation would go in the body of your paper. So you should have both in-text citation for each of these in each paragraph and a full reference at the bottom for each. Again, I want to know what you think. If you can't think of anything and you're at a loss, give me a call. My phone number is in faculty and course information from the home page. That's all I have for tonight. If you have any questions, let me know.